I wanted to talk about some trending topics today that'll help get you ready for the fall and winter months to make sure that your skin's not losing its resiliency and its moisture, because that's what the cold does. And the heat in your home, it just zaps that moisture right out of your skin. So this is trending right now. So let me read this to you. Barrier repair and cold weather resilience. As temperatures drop and indoor heating rises, skin barrier protection becomes vital. This season focuses on rich reparative formulas that rebuild and protect the skin's natural barrier with lipids, ceramides, and healing botanicals. So I emphasize correction and over what you need to do. Like, I don't want you to destroy your skin and then have to repair it. So I created my products in such a way where they are constantly feeding your skin the nourishment that it needs to always stay soft and supple and hydrated and vibrant. So, but this time of year, I have my restorative red marine algae cream that was made for me in both an American lab and my European lab. The formula that I made in my European lab is perfect for this time of year because it is very rich and very thick, and it won't evaporate once you put this on your skin. So the reason why in my line, the way I created my products and the usage of my products is different than anything else on the market, because after you cleanse, you're using essential oil, marine lotion, and seawater, and then you put your cream on. And when you're layering like that, your skin is not going to be subjected to the dryness that's caused by the heat in your home and when you go outside. It's not going to happen because you are layering. When when somebody walks into my facial room and I touch their skin, I can feel how they've been caring for their skin. And when they're done with their facial, because my products are so rich in these lipids and vitamins and nutrients, and all throughout my facial, each step I'm feeding and nourishing and hydrating. By the time they leave, their skin is so satiated that there's no way that the cold air or the dry air in their home is going to zap that away. So when I was growing up, I always had crusty bits around my nose, and I never even bothered to try to put foundation on because it would just look horrible. When I created my own product line, the way that I cleanse the skin, that is all dissolved. And when that is dissolved, what you put on your skin afterwards has a chance to go in. So this is what separates me from the pack, is even with my cleansing system, like this time of year, it's perfect to use the cleansing milk because it's got the richness that your skin needs to help get you through these drier, cold months. It has a beautiful amount of castor oil in it that's beautifully blended with essential oils and vitamins and nutrients that feed your skin while it's cleansing, so that you're not even stripping it when you're cleansing your skin. So when you care for your skin my way, the Ciminelli solution way, you will not suffer from these issues that you have when you're using what's out there on the market. So your skin barrier is your shield against the elements. So, like, for instance, when you go skiing, I think it would be so wise, after you apply your whole routine, which is always about layering when you're using the Ciminelli solution, my way of doing skincare, which is always layering. And trust me, when I say layering, I'm talking about 10 seconds of your time. That's it. You could have 4 products lined up in front of you. It takes 10 seconds to make all the difference in the world, and you are worth it. So when I'm working on these busy moms, they say, I don't have time for this. Really? You don't have a minute in the morning and a minute at night? This is all you need is to layer the products correctly. It's 10 seconds. But like, let's say you're a skier and you're really going to be out in the elements. After you apply your SPF, after you do your layering and you apply your SPF last, it would be so wise to take the American version, that 4-ounce great jar of the hydrating gel mask, and you put a thin layer of that on your skin, and it'll sink into your skin, and that is your protective barrier when you're out on the slopes. The hydrating gel mask is your best friend. When you get home and you do your routine again for the night, don't be afraid to use that. You can put it on and let it dry into your skin and leave it on overnight. It's the perfect barrier. You should be doing it every single week, but do it when you're out there on the slopes too, when you're skiing. So I love when people get into that whole mind, body, spirit connection. And when you are taking care of yourself in such a way that's loving and respectful, the world is your oyster. People will be gravitated to you. It's a good way to be. Not a narcissist, just loving and respecting and honoring the temple that you were given for your soul to reside in while you're on this planet. So, for instance, when you're taking a bath, my algae fine powder bath, you can either add the calming bath to it or the toning bath to it. Depends on if you want to just chill or you want to treat cellulite and water retention. That's where the toning bath comes in. What you need to do is go in with a clean face, and this is when you mask up and you do that hydrating gel mask all the while you're in the tub. Try to set the water temperature correctly so that you don't dry out your skin, because your skin's barrier needs a constant layer of moisture and nourishment going in. And if you take a very hot bath, you'll dry out your skin, and your skin will become brittle and it'll lose its elasticity. So you want to make sure the water temperature is very warm but not hot. And while you're in that tub and you've got your mask on, that's your me time. Go through your life, go through your day, practice what you're grateful for, set your intentions. These are all really good ways to live your life in the most productive way that you can, because there's a lot of chatter out there and a lot of people are hating on themselves and other people. And you need a barrier not only for your skin to stay beautiful, but your attitude to stay beautiful, your life to stay beautiful, and your life to stay full of love. You want love, it starts with self-love, and self-love means self-care. So I want to just share something with you. I did a new client yesterday, and she was such a lovely woman. And she asked me at the end of her treatment, she asked me about her broken capillaries. What could she do? And I told her, the first question was, do you eat hot, spicy food? And she said, yes. And when you eat hot, spicy food, you will burst your capillaries. And once they burst, you really can't change that. If you get them injected with like a saline solution and they shrivel up, they'll come right back with a vengeance. So what you need to do to protect your capillaries is eat foods that are high in vitamin C, like broccoli and spinach, and your citrus and other fruits, berries. You need to protect your capillary walls with your diet. And also, like I said, with temperature exposure too. You always wash with warm water, rinse with cool water, never any extremes. And when you're choosing your foods that you're eating, make sure it's much above ground grown food as it is below ground grown food. This way you're getting a cross section of vitamins and minerals. The minerals come from the ground. Vitamins and minerals when you are ingesting your food. And then once again, you could have the most perfect plate of food in front of you, but if you're in that fight flight mode and you're not chill, you'll never digest your food. So you have to do deep relaxation techniques before you sit down and eat. Personally, I pray. I pray, I thank God for my blessings. I pray for what's going on in the world. And that gives me such a calm feeling. And then I eat my food. So that's a good way to be. If you're not into prayer, that's okay. Prayer is a word. It's just an intention. So use another word for it, but you want your intention to always be full of gratitude, and you want your breathing to always be calm and relaxed, especially when you're eating.